Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is Sew with Somi. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I achieved this two-piece making use of just 3 yards of an Ankara fabric, and the front of the skirt has a slit. So to get all the details, watch to the end of this video. So for this tutorial, I made use of an Ankara fabric, and I have both the front and the back piece together. And I've marked out my starting line. So from the video, you watch that we have a slit in the front. So to get that opening in the front, I'll be marking in 1 inch. So this 1 inch will be serving as our opening for the front and equally for our zip at the back. So fold your fabric into two. So you can decide to fold this fabric by using your hip measurements. Let's say your hip is 40 divided by 4 will give you 10. Then you add extra like 5 inches to that measurement, making it 15. After that, you mark out 1 inch, which will be serving as your zipper allowance and the opening in the back. Now I'm going to take off 2 inches for my band, and I'll come down 9 inches for my hip points. For the knee point, I made use of 19 inches. My knee point is 19 inches. So for the full length of this skirt, I have 45 inches. I'm sorry that wasn't showing. So the full length is 45 inches. Now after the 1 inch allowance that we marked, we'll start taking our measurement. So my waist divided by 4 is 28, which is 47. I added 1 inch stitching allowance. My hip divided by 4 is 10, that is 40. I'll mark that. I'll add 1 inch stitching allowance. Now whatever measurement I have on the hip, I have 11. I'm going to minus 1 inch from that, so I'll be marking 10 inches on the knee point. So that 10 inches is what I will mark on the full length too. So I'll connect from the hip point, from the waistline to the hip point, and from the hip point to the knee line. So the measurement I have on the knee line, I'll take it all the way down to the full length. So guys, we are done drafting our skirts. This is how we draft out our basic skirt. So now I'm going to cover that hip because it was looking a little bit sharp. So this is what I have. So this is how easy it is to draft out a basic skirt. So now we're just going to trace out all the excess we have. So before we get back to the video, do not forget to like and give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel. So after cutting that off, we are going to open up this 1 inch. Remember, this 1 inch will be serving as our opening in the front piece, and equally it will be serving as our zipper allowance for the back piece. So after cutting down, this is what I have. I'll take it to the machine. I'll stitch that 1 inch for both the front and the back piece, and I'll bring it back to show you what I have. So after stitching the 1 inch allowance, and I've equally ironed it out, this is what it looks like. So I'll get the second piece. So you can choose any piece to be the front and anyone to be the back. So this is the second one. I've ironed it out, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to place them together this way, making sure that the waistlines are aligning, the sides are aligning, so that we can take our body measurements. So after arranging it, now remember I added 1 inch allowance. So now I'm going to mark that 1 inch allowance here. Now place my tape on that point to get my waist measurement, which is 28 divided by 2 give you 14. I've gotten the 14. Now I'll come to the hip line. I'll mark in 1 inch. I'll place my tape on that point to get my hip divided by 2, which is 40 divided by 2 will give you 20. So remember, we minus 1 inch from that measurement. So on the knee line, I'll be marking 19 inches instead of 20 inches. And on the full length, I'll be marking the same 19 inches instead of 20 inches because we minus 1 inch from that measurement. So on the full length now, I'm marking 19 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect all the measurements together with the help of my ruler. So if you have any sharp edges on the hip, always curve it out. It's not supposed to be sharp. So I'll come to this other side too. I'll equally connect all the lines we've marked out. So after connecting, this is what I have. I'll take it to the machine and stitch the lines we've marked out. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So after stitching, this is what my skirt looks like, and I've equally opened up where I'll be attaching my zip at the back piece. So the next thing we're going to do now is I've cut out my band for my waistline. So this is my band. It is my round waist, and the length I have here, the width I have here is 5 inches. So if I fold it into two, and if I measure it, we are going to be having 2.5. Remember, I took off 2 inches, so the ½ inch extra there is to use that to attach it to my waistline. So I'll fold it into two this way. I'll open up my skirt, then I'll take it to the machine. I'll attach it all around using ½ inch to attach it all around the waist. So I'll do that and I'll bring it back to show you what I have. So after attaching, this is what I have. I've equally added my zip. So this is how everything is coming out gradually. Now I'll turn it to the right side, and I've opened up my slit. So this is my slit. So depending on how long you want yours to be, just stop your slit there. Now I have already used a hemming gum to hem one side. So for this other side, I'll be demonstrating how I did it for the other part. So I just put my hemming gun in to get the length of hemming gum I need, so I won't waste my gum. Now after getting the length I need, I'll just put it in and I'll use my hot iron to hold it down. So guys, please, while doing this, be careful of your hands so you don't get burnt. So I actually burnt my hands while doing this tutorial for you guys, so I don't want you guys to go through that pain. So while ironing, be careful not to iron your hands. So after ironing, this is what my skirt looks like. So this is how everything is easy, and we are practically done with the skirt. So the next thing we're going to do is to just fold the lower part ½ inch in, ½ inch in, and stitch it down. And if you look closely on this skirt, I've already weaved it. Both the inside has been weaved. So now we're going to keep this aside so that we can draft out our shirt. I've cut out fabric for the front piece, and the width I have here is 15 inches. I've marked out my starting line and 2 inches for my button allowance. So I'm going to come down from that starting inches, 9 inches for my chest line. To get your chest line, divide your round bust by 4, add 1.5 inches to that measurement, and the length I have here is 18 inches. After the 2 inches allowance, I'll take my shoulder measurement, which is 15 divided by 2, give it 7.5. I'll connect the 2 points together. I'm going to take my neck width. I made use of a neck width of 3 inches, and the depth is 3 inches. I'll connect the 2 points together. On the armhole side, I'll come down 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll connect it to the neck width. I'll measure what I have left on my armhole, and I have 8 inches. Half of 8 is 4. On that point, I came in by ½ inch. I'm going to come to the chest line, divide my round bust by 4, which is 36, which gave me 9. I'll connect the 2 points together this way to cover out my armhole. I'll add 1 inch for stitching allowance and 1 inch for ease. So this is a bust scrub shirt, so whatever measurement I have on the chest line, I'll take it all the way down to the full length, and I'll connect the lines together. So guys, we're done drafting this out. This is just our normal basic bodice. So we'll just cut off all the excess we have on the side. We'll cut off the neckline, the shoulder, and the armhole. So after cutting, this is what I have. I'll notch my button and I'll open it up. So for the front piece, I want it to have a come down in front. So I'll take off 1 inch from that shoulder measurement. So don't get confused. As we progress into this video, you will understand it better. So just take off 1 inch from your shoulder measurement. I'll trim that off. So I'll keep this aside, so we'll draft out our back. So this is for my back piece. The width is 15 inches, and I left some allowance at the upper parts. So from the starting line, I'll come down 9 inches for my chest line, just like we did for the front. Mark out 9 inches for our chest line, and the length I have here is 18 inches. So I'll take my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. 15 divided by 2 gives 7.5. I'll mark on the starting line and on the chest line. I'll connect the 2 points together. I'll take a neck width of 3 inches, and the depth for the back will be 1 inch, and I'll connect the 2 points together. On the armhole side, I'll come down 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll connect from the neckline to that 1 inch. I'll measure what I have here. I have 8. Half of 8 is 4. On the chest line, I'll divide my round bust by 4. I'll mark. So we are not coming in by half an inch because this is the back piece. I'll add 1 inch stitching allowance and 1 inch for ease. So whatever measurement we have here, we'll take it all the way down to the full length. This is a box scrub shirt. And this is what I have. So remember, for the front, we took off 1 inch from the front shoulder. Now we'll be replacing that 1 inch on the back piece. So that is why I gave that 2 inches allowance before starting my measurements. So after replacing, connect all the lines. So now this is what we have. All we just need to do is just to trim off. So guys, before we get back to the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you're enjoying this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. So after cutting out, this is what we have. We are not splitting it. This is the back piece. So now I'm going to open it up. I'll get my front piece. So from the button allowance, I'll fold in 1/4 inch, and I'll fold it to that 2 inches. I'll take it to the machine and stitch it all the way down. I'll bring the other part, fold in 1/4 inch and fold it again this way, stitch it all the way down. Now after stitching, I'll join the shoulders together this way using half an inch. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So after stitching, this is what I have. So if I open it up, this is what it looks like, and I've equally stitched the side with 1 inch allowance we added. So always remember that the right side overlaps the left side of your button. Now this is the come down I was talking about in front. So I'll fold my front piece this way. I'll fold it together this way. So now we are going to measure out our neckline so that we can cut out our collar. So fold it in this way. So from the shoulder line in front, I'll take my front measurements, and after measuring from the shoulder line to the front neckline, I have 4.5 inches. Now from that measurement, I'll take from the back piece to that shoulder line, and I have 5 inches. So I have 9.5 inches. So this is what I have for my neckline. So if you take it together, we'll have 19 inches. So this is the fabric I've cut out for my collar, and the length I have here is 19 inches because 9.5 plus 9.5 will give you 19 inches. So this is what I have. So if you open it up, you will notice that I have stitched it. I've stitched half an inch in this way and the other in half an inch. So I cut out a fabric of 20 inches and used half an inch to stitch, and I folded in half an inch on both sides. So guys, this is how I attach my collar when I'm not doing a notched collar. So the width I have here is 3.5 inches. So now I'll place my fabric into 2 to notch the center of my shirt. So fold it into 2, notch the center. I'll get my collar, I'll fold it into 2, and I'll get the center of my collar. So I've gotten the center. So we're placing that center on the center we've notched on our shirt. So remember that we folded in half an inch on both sides. So just sandwich your shirt in between that half an inch. So if this is going to be difficult for you, just use pins and pin it all around. And if you want to draft your collar the way we normally draft our collar, you're free to do that. So but when I'm not doing a professional collar, this is how I attach my collar, and it still comes out fine. So after attaching it, all you have to do is just to top stitch it to the end of the fabric. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So guys, this is what I have. Is this not looking like collar? Is this not looking like collar? So, and I've equally hemmed the lower part of my shirt. So remember that this shirt has a pocket in front. So the fabric I have here, the width is 10 inches and the length is 9 inches. So now I'll fold it into two. I have two pieces for that. I'll fold it into two, and I'll iron that down. So this is a cargo pocket, so I'll iron that down. So after ironing, I'll be marking out 1 inches. So we'll be using one pocket to demonstrate. I'll mark out 1 inches. Now take it to the machine and stitch it down and bring it back to show you. So after stitching it down, this is what I have. So now I'll open it up this way. So that's 1 inch we stitch. We'll open it up and iron it out so that it will lay flat. So this is a cargo pocket. You know, they will add our cargo pants to our trouser. So this is the pocket. So after ironing it out, this is what I have. I'll fold in 1/2 inch this way, and I'll equally iron it out. So now this is what I have. To get the full length of my pocket, I want my pocket to be 6 inches in length, and I've already folded in 1/2 inch. So I'll mark 6.5 inches because I will need the 1/2 inch to fold the upper part. So at the down part here, I'm marking 6.5 inches. That is the length of my pocket. So the 1/2 inch I added is for the folding at the upper part. I'll connect that together and I'll cut off the excess I have. Remember, whatever you're doing for this pocket, you do it for the second one. So for the width of my fabric, for the width of my pocket, I want it to be 6 inches too. So but I'll be marking 7 inches. So from the center line of that pocket, I'll mark 3.5 inches. So I'll be using that 1/2 inch I added to fold in my sides of the pocket. So now I'm marking 7 inches. So this is for the wideness of my pocket. So after marking that, I'll trim off the excess I have on both sides. So whatever you do for this piece, remember to do it for the other side. So now this is what my pocket looks like. I'll fold in 1/2 inch on this side and I'll iron it down. So please be mindful of your hands. Then I'll quickly come to the other side. I'll fold in 1/2 inch. That is why I added 1/2 inch on both sides. Now at the upper part, I'll equally fold in 1/2 inch. So after folding the 1/2 inch in, this is what I have. I'll get my shirt. So we'll take the measurement of where we'll be placing it. So from the shoulder line, I came down 8 inches. This is where I'll be placing my pocket. And from the buttonhole, I came in by 1.5 inches. This is where I want it to start. Now I'll place the pocket on it this way. I'll take it to the machine. I'll top stitch all around. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you. So after top stitching my pockets, this is what I have. So this is the fabric I've cut out for my pocket cover. The width I have here is 7 inches and the width on the pocket is 6 inches. The extra 1 inch is for stitching. Now the length here is 3 inches. I'm going to fold it into two. It's already on fold, so I'm folding it again like when we fold our fabric into 4. So I'll fold it this way. So I'll come up by 1/2 inch and I'll slant it in this way. So if I open it up, this is what I have. So now this is the one I've already done. So I'll take it to the machine. I'll stitch with 1/2 inch. After stitching, we'll open the upper part this way. That is where we'll be turning it out. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just demonstrating. So this is what we have. So after stitching it all around with 1/2 inch, then you turn it out. So just like I did for this part, after turning it out, you're going to top stitch on it again. Then after top stitching, you place it on your pocket this way. Then you stitch it down with 1/4 inch. After stitching it down with 1/4 inch, you fold it in this way. And you top stitch on that your pocket cover. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So after that, this is what I have. Because of the kind of fabric I'm using, it is very difficult. And I've equally added my sleeve. So this is what everything came out looking. But I think I'll still do this tutorial again using a plain fabric so that we can see it very well. So this is how everything came out looking. So thank you guys for watching up to this point. See you on my next video.